What is up, Epic Destinations? Donnie here with a fun little video for you guys this week. For those who are in the loop and know a little bit about what's going on in the theme park and attractions industry, next week is the 2026 D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. So for those who don't know what D23 is, it's the ultimate Disney fan event. So they cover everything from parks, to movies, to entertainment, to merch, to destinations, cruise ships, everything in between. So they're all meeting out there in California, which they go back and forth between Orlando and California every year. But this is like the ultimate Disney fan events. This is where Disney announces some of the biggest attractions coming to its parks in the coming years. So today I want to go through some of the concepts that have been announced in previous years that are currently in development or maybe scrapped, and then we'll talk about some rumors that are coming around, give my thoughts on those as well, and then I will share with you all my wish list or just some of those ideas that are just out there. Let's see if they happen, more so like a wild card. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. So I have these all labeled and categorized to those three categories. So let's go ahead and check out the first one here. We have the confirmed ones, projects that have been announced already, and whether they're confirmed to be going on or not, we're going to check those out here. So the first thing we have is the Quinjet simulator Kuga Arm attraction that's coming to the Avengers campus out at Disney's California Adventure. This one we haven't heard much of, so I don't know really what to expect for it. I don't know if they're still doing it. I don't know if it's under wraps. I don't know. So chances of us hearing anything about it, we'll put that under 50-50. And again, our categories here are very likely, 50-50, unlikely, or very unlikely. So the next one here, I can almost guarantee that we are going to hear something about, so I'm going to put it in very likely. So recently Disney has announced on Blog Disney, or Disney Parks blog, that the Carousel of Progress the Carousel of Progress at Disney's Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida, is going to be receiving a complete overhaul. So back in 2024, I believe it was, the last D23, they announced that the Walt Disney animatronic is making its way to Orlando. So currently it is out in California and alternates shows between Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and then Walt Disney does his own thing. But this version is going to be Walt introducing, supposedly, the Carousel of Progress and talking about it as he did in those old Wonderful World of Disney shorts or series that he did on TV. So we're going to hear about the Carousel of Progress, no doubt. We're going to see some concept art. We're going to see the progress of it, hear the story, find out who's playing John in this new version, and we'll hear some things about it. But as far as Walt Disney himself being in it, I don't know if he's still going to be in there, because it sounds like they took a complete turn from their original plans for this, where it was just going to be Walt Disney at the beginning and keep the original attraction. What they're doing now is expanding the story and going into some new decades and some new years and all of that. So off the top of my head, I think they're doing 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, turn of the century 2000s, and their version of the future. So that'll be interesting to see those, and I'm excited to hear what they have to say about it. So that's a definite. We're definitely going to hear something about Carousel of Progress in Orlando. Next is the Indiana Jones attraction coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom. This seems very out of place, and this seems like something that should have gone to Hollywood Studios, but this will be interesting to hear how they tie this into Animal Kingdom. Indiana Jones, when you think of Indiana Jones, you don't think of animals. So this will be interesting. This is going in the new land there. It is the Tropical Americas. That's what's called, Tropical Americas, which I'm going to go ahead and move that piece here. We're definitely going to hear something about Tropical Americas at D23, because this thing is supposed to open within the next year or two. So I can definitely see us getting information about that. Now, as far as Indiana Jones, exactly what's going in that building, which used to house Dinosaur, I'll put it in likely. We're probably going to hear something about it, but not giving too much detail. I think all the details will come in a Disney Parks blog eventually. But I think details will be scarce on that. But they'll still mention it. Maybe give the backstory of it a little bit. The next thing here is Encanto coming to Tropical Americas. I think we will be getting more information as well as an opening date. So Tropical Americas land as itself and Encanto, I think those two will definitely be getting some opening dates and progress for those attractions. And I think, unless I've missed something, Encanto has been very much under wraps. They've told the story about it, which I think they're stretching it. Encanto really doesn't need to be in Animal Kingdom. It's more of an Epcot property, or even Magic Kingdom. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they do with Encanto at Animal Kingdom. Next is Coco, which is supposed to be coming to Disney's California Adventure. So, if you've been following along with this whole saga of Encanto and Monsters, Inc. out of Disney's California Adventure, this boat ride is supposed to replace Monsters, Inc., which Monsters, Inc. has been extended out at California Adventure. So I don't know what's going on there. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put this as unlikely. We're probably not going to hear anything about Coco coming to Disney California Adventure, but hang tight. I think I know where we will hear about Coco. We'll talk about that later in my wild card wish list section. Next, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in very unlikely. It is Avatar coming to Disney's California Adventure. There has not been a single word said about this since the last D23 where they announced it. Information is very scarce. It looks like there's no progress going on over there. And I really don't think that's going on. If you compare Avatar to other Disney properties, you really don't want to go to Avatars like you have to do this. I think, and rumors are going around, that Avatar has been scrapped, and they're going with Plan B, which is Zootopia. And that would be awesome if they had Zootopia out there. Kind of duplicate it from abroad, and I think it's Shanghai Disney that has it. I could be wrong. It's one of the foreign parks there, but if they could bring that to the States, that'd be really cool. I would love to check that out someday once we make our way up to California, but I can probably say for certain Avatar has been scrapped. And as far as what property is going in there, we'll probably find out what it is at D23 this year. Next is Monsters, Inc. Land. I can guarantee you that we're going to hear something about that. I think they're going to announce everything that is in that land in details that we were not expecting. Because, again, this is something that's supposed to open next year. Progress is slowly moving along, but I can definitely see it being a late 2027, maybe early 2028 addition to Disney's Hollywood Studios. So I can definitely put that as a very likely that we'll hear something about it. Next is Piston Peak coming to the Magic Kingdom. And I can say likely. We'll likely hear something about that. Probably not as much detail as these up here. I think they will mention, hey, Piston Peak is coming. We don't have anything to share, but it's coming. So I think that could be a potential nod. Hey, we're still doing this thing. Yes, we messed up the Rivers of America. Yes, we destroyed Tom Sawyer's Island. But hey, we're going to still talk about this land one way or the other. Next, Villains Land. I think this will be a 50-50 thing. They may announce a little bit about it. Like Piston Peak, I think they'll say, hey, it's still happening. I don't think they have anything solid yet. And rumor has it that they scrapped everything from the original concept and are going with a whole new direction of it. I've heard things from comparing to Dark Universe to comparing to How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know which direction they're going. We may find out next week what Villains Land is actually going to look like. Now moving on to the last confirmed concept. I'm going to go ahead and just call it this concept here. So it is the supposed e-ticket attraction coming to Avengers Campus at Disney's California Adventure. And I do want to specify here, Disney has made other announcements for other parks worldwide, but I'm sticking to the U.S. parks because that's the only one I can follow details along we hear more about. The other ones we hear little blurbs here and there, but these are ones you can definitely see rolling on social media more than the abroad projects. So the Avengers e-ticket attraction, aka The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, I can see this being a 50-50. Along with Quinjet, this could be a maybe. Potential. The thing with this one is, this has been through so many concepts, it's not even funny. This is a project announced all the way back to pre-pandemic time. So I believe this was 2018 when they announced the original concept for this ride. It was supposed to be the Quinjet. So that Quinjet wasn't supposed to be its own ride. It was supposed to be a part of this attraction as the ride mechanism. Plans changed. They moved to the scoop mechanism. They changed the story. This whole project is a mess. So whether or not it's actually going to happen, we'll find out next weekend. So those are the confirmed concepts here. So let's move on to some rumors. So there's been a lot of rumors swirling around about potential projects and things that could be announced at D23 next week. Beginning with a long-standing rumor that has been rumored for many, many years. And that's a revamp of Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom. With Carousel Progress being announced, and we know for sure that something is going on in Carousel Progress, and with the addition of Tron, and the upgrades to Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, there's potential to be seeing a modern version of Tomorrowland. I'm going to put that in likely, because it would only make sense to keep it up with the times. And I can see them mimicking the future aspect of Carousel Progress and bringing it out to the land itself, giving it that Fantastic Four theme and vibe to it, instead of the future Jetsons-esque future. So I could definitely see it being a modern future instead of a fantasy future. And then another rumor that has been going around kind of more recently, and it's been the removal of the Tomorrowland Speedway. This, I think, will be 50-50. Yes, this could open up a lot more land for them to do other projects, but no, this is a classic attraction. But then again, they're getting rid of classic attractions left and right and messing with classic attractions. But maybe, maybe not. 50-50. Next, the removal of Laugh Floor Comedy Club in Tomorrowland. Mike Wazowski's Laugh Floor Comedy Club. I think this will be very likely. With the addition of Monsters Inc. Land coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios, there's no reason for them to have basically a duplicate show of what's probably going to be in that Monsters Inc. Land. So I can see that being removed, but I don't see a replacement being announced this year. Maybe next year, maybe in a blog Disney Parks blog, or whatever they call it. I could see that happening. So, it makes total sense why they would get rid of that. So I can see that being announced. Next, the Wonders of Life Pavilion. I'm going to give you a little backstory on this one. So, Wonders of Life Pavilion was talking about the human body, emotions, and just our senses and things like that. That's where Buzzy was. Cranium Command, all those classic attractions. Then it's been gone for many years. So back in 2018, Disney proposed this idea of the Play Pavilion and making it more of a digital type thing, and more those Disney emojis that, you see ads for all the time on YouTube and all that. But That was the original plan. That got scrapped in COVID. I don't think the technology was up to par. I think the technology is a little backwards, but as far as this pavilion, there's been some rumors of Baymax with Big Hero 6 and Inside Out potentially going in there, keeping that classic Epcot feel, but bringing in these IPs to there. So that's been a huge rumor. I think that will be a likely contender for an announcement at D23. Next is Spaceship Earth. This is a project that was scrapped and shelved for a while, and this one has been circulating in rumors again. This, I think, could be a 50-50. I don't think Disney's focus right now is Epcot. It could be, but I don't think it is. So this could be a potential one. So if you don't know anything about this supposed revamp, so they were supposed to upgrade the technology, upgrade the story a little bit to Spaceship Earth, and bringing it into a new storyline, new narrator, all that stuff. It was scrapped in 2020 along with a bunch of other plans. But I could see it potentially coming back, but probably not being announced at this year's D23. Maybe it could, maybe it not. We'll see. Next rumor is bringing nightlife back to Disney's Animal Kingdom. So Animal Kingdom had the Tree of Life show. They have the Nighttime Pandora, and they have the nighttime show that used to be out on the lagoon there. They built this huge amphitheater, this big lagoon, for a show that only lasted about a month or so, and it was scrapped. And then they brought in Kite Tales, which only lasted about a month. So they need to bring some nightlife. I know they say the whole doesn't want to interview with the animals at night, but there's so much you could do at night. Plus, you got Pandora, and you got Tropical America's coming. There's so much things that you could do at night at this park. Definitely take advantage of it. So this, I think, could be a likely contender for an announcement. Now there's two big rumors going around right now, two major swirling rumors. This one right here has come of recent, and it's been very quiet up until recent, that Spaceship Earth, or not Spaceship Earth, but Space Mountain could be getting a brand new coaster in there. So keeping that classic building, but upgrading the coaster, kind of like what they did with Big Thunder Mountain, almost like a retrack. But rumor has it that they're going to put a brand new version of Space Mountain in there, something that can hold more capacity and is more up to date and does not hurt. So I've heard single rail, I've heard a few different concepts. So this one, I think, is a likely contender for D23. Again, we see a trend here. We see a lot going on in Tomorrowland. I think the project is finally being greenlit, and we're going to see some much needed work done in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom. Next one has been a major rumor for a long time, and there's so much evidence pointing to this could be happening in recent years and very soon. And I have a follow-up speculation for it as well. But rumors are swirling that Figment is about to get a major overhaul, going back to its original roots. And again, I'll tell you my theories on it later on with my wish list. But I can see Figment getting the much-needed upgrade from the whole Nigel Channing disaster that it is, and bring back that classic charm of Figment and Dreamfinder. Stay tuned. And then the last rumor that's circulating right now is a new show coming into the Hyperion Theater at Disney's California Adventure. I will put this as very likely because this theater has been sitting around empty for quite some time. They brought in Rogers the Musical as just like a promotional stunt for Hawkeye a while back. But I can see them officially bringing back a show. So they've done Step in Time shows, kind of like a steampunk-esque show, song and dance type thing. And then they brought in Aladdin the Musical. And then they brought in recently Frozen the Musical. And those two have been there for the longest. So I see this actually happening because Disneyland, Disney's California Adventure, needs something while they're trying to figure out what they're doing with California Adventure and a potential third park. Eventually, Disneyland Forward, as they're calling it. So what show could be going in there? Rumors are saying that it could be Moana, potentially. And I could see that happening, and that'd be a really cool addition there. So those are all the rumors. Now, getting into my wish list, my speculation, wild cards. So, out of my crazy mind here, the first thing I'm going to look at is the Theater in the Wild at Disney's Animal Kingdom getting a new show. So the theater has been home to Pocahontas the musical, Tarzan Rocks, and then the recent Nemo the musical. So the original version of this, I heard nothing but good things about. I've never seen it, but I've heard nothing but good things about Nemo the musical. Post-COVID, when they started bringing back all these different attractions and shows, they redid Nemo the musical, and apparently it's not that good as it used to be. So I can see that going away and fans being excited. As for what it could be replaced by, there are 4 concepts I came up with, 4 potential stage shows, whether they're musicals or just like a stage production, kind of like what they did with How to Train Your Dragon. So we have Ice Age, Winnie the Pooh, Up, and Raya, the Lost Dragon. This could be a likely one for Animal Kingdom. Something to hold us over until Tropical Americas is officially done. It could be a quick turnaround, I'm sure, for Animal Kingdom. The next one on the wish list / wild card is bringing Mary Poppins to Epcot officially. So again, one of the scrapped things from pre-pandemic, where Epcot had a bunch of huge things coming, and the only thing that really came out of it was the terrible Communicore Hall and the amazing Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. So out of those, Cosmic Rewind was a win. But Mary Poppins was it was an announced attraction, but rumors are swirling as what it could have been. Was it a meet and greet? Was it an experience? Was it a teacup ride? We don't really know. I can see that eventually being brought back as a potential attraction for Epcot. And making a mini Mary Poppins land inside the London Pavilion, or the England Pavilion at Epcot. Next has been a long-standing rumor, but has kind of been silent lately, and is bringing the water ride attraction that's out at Disneyland Paris to Animal Kingdom, and that is the Lion King. So a Lion King log flume ride, 50-50 on that one. Honestly, very unlikely. I'll actually put it at unlikely for now, because I think their main focus right now is Tropical Americas. That could come along in the future for the African area of Animal Kingdom, but maybe. We might talk about this in the future on a future prediction video. But then the next one here I have as a wild card is removing Beauty and the Beast from Hollywood Studios, and I'm pretty sure that has got quite a few Disney fans mad, but I think that amphitheater is due for a new show. What it could be, I'm not sure. I'll put this as unlikely, but you never know. Disney likes to get rid of things and replace them, so that could be unlikely. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to put it at 50-50, but we'll see. The next is something that can be easily installed, honestly, the day of the announcement. It is bringing back Muppets Mobile Lab, but bringing it to Hollywood Studios and putting it out front of Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. This one could be a 50-50. It's easy to do, just let the animatronic roam outside the ride there and interact with guests. So, and I can eventually seeing that area over there becoming Muppets Courtyard. Later down the line, once the villain show is gone, they could bring back Muppet Vision 3D. That's what all the fans are wanting. Or they could get rid of that theater and bring in the infamous never happened. What was it called? The Great Muppet Movie Ride. So bringing that in a whole new light. And then the next one here is a new parade replacing Festival of Fantasy. Festival of Fantasy is long overdue for a replacement. I think it's likely that we'll see something. After them bringing that new nighttime show, I really don't remember the name of it, to the Magic Kingdom, I could see them finally doing something to replace Festival of Fantasy. Much needed update there. And then going back to the Coco attraction that we talked about earlier, that was been talked about for Disney's California Adventure, I can see this happening at Epcot. What it could replace? 3 Caballeros. This has been a rumor since Coco came out. Coco's been a hit with many Disney fans, and they want it to come to one of the parks. So currently Coco is seen at Epcot as like a little show, a mariachi band. They bring out a puppet. I think his name is Miguel. Don't quote me on that. I have never seen Coco. I want to see it, but I have not seen it. So having that Coco ride there at Epcot, I think could be easily done. Moving it from DCA over to Epcot would be a easier one. So 50-50 on that. We'll put that as 50-50. Next is the removal of Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. And I will go ahead and put that as very likely because, first, why would you have Indiana Jones at Hollywood Studio when he's over at Animal Kingdom? So, this is prime real estate for a potential expansion or even a new show. So seeing that removed after what took place last year with the boulder and the fact that they cut the boulder scene from the show is kind of hinting at, yeah, this thing is going away, we don't want to fix it, and we're going to go ahead and just call it quits. So we're going to announce it and break many people's hearts. I'd be sad too. I love Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. I love the Indiana Jones franchise. I hope they do this ride justice at Animal Kingdom, but I think it's time for Indy to hang up the fedora at Hollywood Studios and pack up and head on over to Animal Kingdom. The next one, going back to the Figment speculation, rumor there. So I can see, again, Figment coming, but to make it as part of my wish list, well, not really wish list, but kind of like a putting 2 and 2 together almost. So I failed to mention at the beginning here, the Parks panel this year will be presented by Neil Patrick Harris. So he will be the MC for it. He'll be making all these announcements so that none of Disney's people get booed if something happens, which I think is totally wrong. But so Neil Patrick Harris will be MCing this thing. Why on earth did they pick Neil Patrick Harris out of all the people out there? Maybe because he will be taking on the role of the Dreamfinder. So with this refurbishment of Figment, I could see him taking on the role of the Dreamfinder, making it more steampunk as that comic book was that came out in recent years from Marvel. So could we be seeing Neil Patrick Harris voicing or portraying the role of the Dreamfinder? Maybe. We'll find out. And then lastly, a concept that was scrapped many moons ago. So a long time ago, I forget when it was, it might have been 2016, that Disney announced plans to make this theater at the Magic Kingdom that would house Broadway quality shows, similar to the Hyperion Theater at Disney's California Adventure. So that has been scrapped for many years. No progress at all took place. But my theory, my thought, is what if they brought that concept back while gutting out the inside of the Main Street Theater and making it a legit theater? You could move Mickey over to the Fantasy Circus, or whatever it's called over there, right next to New Fantasyland. It's the circus area. So what if he you brought Mickey over there. He was the ringleader of all of that. Has meet and greet and all that good stuff. Move Tinkerbell somewhere. You could even scrap her as a meet and greet or take her over to Epcot or Hollywood Studios. I don't care where she goes. But what if you actually made that a theater? Built onto the back. Built up this high quality theater for some amazing shows. That's what Magic Kingdom needs, is more entertainment. So you just have the stage show, and that is it. And you're getting rid of your Monsters, Inc. laugh floor once this goes in. You have your story time with Belle, whatever. What Magic Kingdom needs is some really good entertainment. And you could do that with bringing the theater concept back, but inside the Main Street Theater. Let's go ahead and put that at 50-50. It could happen, it couldn't. We'll find out. But these are my thoughts and predictions for next week's D23 Expo. I'm excited to hear what the park has in store. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of surprises and things that none of us are expecting or thinking of. So we might do a feedback, or I might do a recap on that and do a response to my predictions here. But let me know your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with this list? What are your predictions for D23 2026? Let me know in the comments below. In which, by the way, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that bell notification so you don't miss another video. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another video. And give us a like. It'll help us get this video out and about for others to see and catch more content here on Epic Destinations. So, with that being said, thank you guys for joining us today for this fun little video looking at D23 2026 Parks predictions. We will see you soon at Park, maybe. We'll see where we go next. We'll see where our next destination is. So, thank you all. We'll talk to you later.